A group of crows is called a murder. If you see ravens, you're looking at an unkindness, a treachery, or a conspiracy. These dark labels stem directly from Western history. For centuries, Europeans associated these jet-black scavengers with battlefields and omens of death. This text is the 1486 Book of St. Albans, an English manual on hunting and heraldry. It officially codified the term unkindness for a group of ravens. That name was based on a specific misguided observation. Medieval observers would see awkward, scruffy fledglings hopping on the ground and assume parent ravens were cruelly kicking them out of the nest to fend for themselves. Modern biology shows the exact opposite. Ravens and crows are highly attentive parents. They spend weeks incubating eggs and up to 6 months feeding and protecting their young after they leave the nest. If they aren't cruel, there is a much sharper explanation for their intense, highly coordinated behavior. We are looking at a primate-level intellect operating behind a beak. To measure the true depth of that intelligence, a group of biologists realized they had to deliberately make an enemy out of a crow. The University of Washington campus provided the testing ground. Researchers here designed an experiment to map exactly what corvids can learn and remember. The setup was specific. Researchers put on a dangerous face mask. Wearing this disguise, they safely trapped and banded a small number of local crows. After a short holding period, the birds were released. The actual study was just beginning. Years later, scientists walked the same campus wearing that exact mask. They were immediately surrounded and violently scolded by huge mobs of crows. Most of these birds were unbanded, meaning they hadn't been born when the original trapping took place. The birds used horizontal social learning. A naive crow seeing peers scold a specific threat learns to identify it and joins the mob. There is also vertical social learning. Parent crows directly taught their offspring to scold the masked humans. This chart maps the survey routes and the distribution of the scolding birds. The data reveals that the grudge spread outward for 1.2 kilometers, and the mobbing behavior persisted for more than 5 years across the local population. The experiment proved that crows possess a highly advanced cultural memory. They hold specific grudges and transmit that information across entire generations. Crows manufacture tools using internal mental templates. When snapping a twig, the bird matches the tool to a physical dimension held in its memory. When presented with a multi-step physical puzzle, like meat hanging from a string, a crow will assess the situation and solve the problem on its first attempt. They imagine the physical solution before taking any action. Biologists define this cognitive trait as insight. Until recently, scientists believed insight was a marker of intelligence exclusive to great apes. This intersection of physical insight and generational knowledge transfer allows crow populations to develop and sustain their own distinct traditions. Modern biology is verifying these abilities today, but ancient non-agricultural societies understood corvid intelligence centuries ago. In Norse mythology, the god Odin was accompanied by 2 ravens named Hugin and Munin. Their names translate directly to thought and memory, serving as literal extensions of Odin's own observation. In the 19th century, Vietnamese cultures kept semi-domesticated crows as house guards, specifically utilizing the bird's advanced ability to recognize individual human faces. The Nenets people of Arctic Russia relied on crows as sacred navigators, believing the birds possessed deep spatial knowledge of the landscape and human movement. And the pastoral Nuer people of Africa viewed the pied crow as a respected priest and leader, observing how the bird uniquely engaged with its environment. A crow watching you from a branch is an active observer. Its memory of your face is a piece of data that will be stored, shared, and remembered long after you walk away.